How do you remember the 2021 Independence Day? Were you celebrating while maintaining social distancing, or were you watching the parade on television? No matter which city you were in, we can bet it was not like Shillong. One of the most lasting images from the day was when supporters of the banned militant outfit HNLC snatched arms from the police and took over the town waving black flags after the death of the HNLC leader Cherishterfield Thangkhiew. Meghalaya is known for a lot of things, but is it time we added insurgency to the list too? In this episode of Decoded, we explain how this incident brought to light the rise in insurgency in a once model state of Northeast India. I am Rifa Deka and you are watching Decoded.
Pursuing for months.
A village of Assam
in the 75th Independence Day.
The northeastern region of India was always volatile and has been plagued by problems like a weaker economy, underdevelopment, ethnicity, political immaturity, and the larger problem of insurgency, which has posed a threat to national security. Ever since the British withdrawal from South Asia in 1947, the northeastern region of India has been scarred by sustained separatist insurgencies, mass agitations, ethnic riots, and heavy-handed state response, resulting in continuous bloodletting. The fragile situation was the result of numerous factors such as the terrain, socioeconomic conditions, and historical factors such as language, ethnicity, tribal rivalry, migration, control over local resources, and the widespread feeling of exploitation and alienation among the Northeasterners. Now coming to Meghalaya, the demographic and economic transformation of the state also resulted in insurgency in the state like the rest of the region, but Meghalaya has been relatively stable in comparison with other states in the area. A state which was once considered a role model of peace and democracy, Meghalaya has witnessed rising insurgency and terrorism since the 1980s. There was a fear among these major indigenous tribes being swamped demographically, culturally, as well as economically by non-tribals. Insurgency in the state was inspired by the anti-foreigners agitation in Assam, which was led by the All Assam Students' Union in the 1970s. The Khasi Students' Union spearheaded the agitation against the non-tribals with strong support from the traditional elites under the backdrop of tribal-non-tribal dichotomy with the motive of driving out the Dakhars from the state. They raised the slogan Be Dakhar, literally meaning chase the Dakhars away. Martin Narayan Majao, the mercurial leader of another ethnocentric Khasi group called Demands Implementation Committee, stated clearly, "We don't like outsiders to stay here. We tell them, come here, appreciate the blue sky and the green hills, and then go away." The Hainitrip Achek Liberation Council was formed in 1992 to safeguard the rights of the tribals comprising Khasi, Jaintia, and Garos in Meghalaya, which was then split into Hainitrip National Liberation Council or the HNLC, representing the Khasis and the Jaintias, and the Achek Magrik Liberation Army or the AMLA, representing the Garos. The year 2017 recorded the lowest insurgency incidents and casualties since 1997. As compared to 1963 incidents in 2000, only 308 were reported in 2017, a decline of 85%. There was also a 96% fall in casualties of civilians and security forces. Following this improvement, the Union government revoked the Armed Forces Special Powers Act from Meghalaya in 2018. To further improve security in the region, the government also sanctioned 10 India Reserve battalions in March, 2 each for Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, and Tripura. But was it the end of all problems? Not really. On January 30, 2022, at around 6:30 p.m., an IED blast at Police Bazaar shook peace and tranquility in Meghalaya once again. I say once again because this was not an isolated incident. On July 14, 2021, an IED blast in East Jaintia Hills left a police personnel injured. The second incident took place on August 10 at Lightmukra in Shillong, and then the blast on the cold Sunday evening of January 30. Guess what was common in all three incidents? The Hainatrip National Liberation Council. The HNLC also claimed responsibility for the IED blast at Police Bazaar. By the time we recorded this video, 4 people have already been arrested. What came as a shocker was that a juvenile was also found to be involved in the blast. According to Home Minister Lakman Rimboy, the juvenile claimed to be the area commander of HNLC and also led the police to another live bomb planted at Demthring, which was then defused immediately. We spoke to the Home Minister on this, and here's what he had to say.
Most importantly, we have to understand that from what I have seen, that there is some sense of slackness, some sense of indiscipline within our own house only. It starts with the family. So there are many broken families. There are many things. This because to tackle all these social disturbance or anything, you need the social fabric. Bonding should be there. But I have seen that it seems that we, the parent, we didn't dare to discipline our children as was the case before, or we give so much indulgence or thing to them. So this sometimes it's swayed away by this, so to say, other things.
In December 2020, 2 persons were injured after an improvised explosive device exploded at Star Cement in East Jaintia Hills district of Meghalaya. Of course, Hainatrip National Liberation Council HNLC claimed responsibility for the IED blast. Not so surprising, obviously. But the reason for the blast was that the owner of the factory refused to pay tax. A statement by the banned outfit said any factory or non-tribal trader will have to pay tax to HNLC. If any goes against the rule of HNLC, they will meet the same fate as met by Star Cement. HNLC further mentioned that the functioning of HNLC is no longer like the past 10 or 15 years. For 17 long years, our wait was in vain, and now we realize that if we want peace, we have to first engage in battle. And that is not all. On August 20, 2021, Meghalaya CM Conrad Sangma said that several ministers, MLAs have been receiving extortion messages from HNLC. According to Chief Minister, not only political leaders but businessmen, individuals and common people have been victims of extortion SMS sent by HNLC. The action of the extortion by the banned militant outfit has not been new to the state. In February 2020, the HNLC had demanded Rs 13 crores from the owner of a coke factory in Meghalaya's West Khasi Hills district. After the owner refused to pay the money, an IED was planted at the site, leading to a blast the following day. The state goes to elections in 2023, and it would be safe to say that Chief Minister Conrad Sangma will be battling hard to come back to power. He has had more than a few setbacks, mainly related to corruption, but one can safely say that the rise in insurgency might prove to be the biggest stumbling block for Sangma's run to power. No chief minister wants to be known as the one whose reign saw the return of insurgency. Until now, thankfully, the civilian population has not been harmed in the state, although insurgency of any kind takes its toll on the civilians. Meghalaya does not want a return of AFSPA days, which might become a reality if the insurgency is not taken care of at the earliest. For now, however, one can only hope that August 15 images remain an aberration and do not become the norm.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to EastMojo. For any queries, put them down in the comments section below and press on the bell icon for notifications.